the iconic Melissa Etheridge.
I am so fortunate to be sitting here today with Melissa Etheridge. Thank you so very much for
my pleasure.
talking to us. Here with Live in the Vineyard and coming from Sutter Home. And what I've really noticed about you lately, besides the fact that you're touring and you're going over to Europe next month and you're going to Central and Latin America and all over the world and doing a whole summer tour, you're hustling still after all these years. What is it that drives you to hustle this hard?
Why not? Why not? This is my children are finally at an age where I don't have to be home all the time. They certainly know I love them, and my older ones are out and independent, and I feel like I can spend a little more time out. That's probably the biggest change in me. Is I'm not, as a mother, you're like, oh, I got to be there. So I've loosened up on that. It's given me a little freedom, a little independence to go out and hustle and do what I love. Are you kidding? I love nothing more than to stand in front of people and sing. That's when I'm, my happiest.
And I love nothing more than getting a chance to meet true artists. So it's really a pleasure to meet you. But you're doing more than art with your life. You're actually advancing causes that are really important. And one of them I know very well is actually women in leadership. And you've done some wonderful things about that. I actually formerly with Deloitte. So when you came into that party with that plastic guitar last year at South by, I had a chance to just briefly say hi, of course, when that Sea of Madness, right? Wow. But you were there because you appreciated what they were doing to advance women leaders. So can you talk a little bit about that?
It's funny. I grew up in the Gloria Steinem era, the 60s and the 70s. I benefited from the very hard work that they did. And the funny thing is, some people of a little younger generation you might not know that the ERA wasn't ratified. It didn't go forward. That kind of women's rights kind of stopped. Yet the social evolution of women in leadership of women, that I've seen change and grow for the better in all of us. And the thing I always want to emphasize is it's not woman man. Yeah. And it's the feminine balance in life and how we are more comfortable in having that sort of this dog eat dog world idea is changing, and feminine attitudes are helping in business. Feminine attitudes are helping in leadership all over the world, and I think you're going to see it's going to be we're going to be thinking about a woman president, and that just is a reflection of where we are at in our comfortability with women and the female power balancing our world right now.
I hope so, because we need more nurturing and growth of each other instead of the competition.
There you go.
Killing each other.
And the female needs more male. We need to understand that we can have power. We are fascinated in how guys go in and just get it done sometimes because we just want to process it and talk about it, And so when you combine those two things, when you get actually women who understand the male side and the female side, and men who understand the female side and male side, then we start to get things done.
Well, I bring Reiki into business meetings sometimes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I became a Reiki master a while ago. So the balance is so important.
There's so much out there in the world that used to be considered, strange stuff that has been proven to work for us as human beings. And bringing those things that were a little scary before, but make sense now.
Fantastic. And the new album, you've got a bunch of, I believe, songs that are going to be hits in the near
that's
future.
Sweet.
I do. And, we've been big fans for a long time now.
Thank you.
And I'm actually 45, so I'm not that young. Oh, thank you, because I shaved.
You're looking good.
Thank you. But who are you waiting for? What a painful but beautiful song. I mean, of going through that process and that love that inspired it. I just wonder if you could share a little bit about the song and the story.
Yeah, who you're waiting for is, I've been through many relationships, a couple that, and you got to get on the ground and learn, especially in relationships, and learning to love myself was the biggest thing. Learning to respect myself and treat myself and put myself first, because if I'm not good for myself, I'm no good for anyone else. So doing that, in the process of doing that, seeing that when I can do that and start that vibration and put that energy around me of I'm good, I'm taking care of myself, then you call into your world people that are taking care of themselves and people that have the same vibration, or however you want to talk about it.
No more crazy makers.
No more crazy. Isn't that nice? Because I'm not crazy inside. So that relationship, she was my best friend for so long, and it was just so perfect and beautiful and absolute, and that of course I started writing a song about it, and as I was writing the song, I realized halfway through it, because it was taking a while for me, because really, really personal songs take a while for me. They're like, and I realized, oh, this is my wedding song. These are my vows. I'm about to stand up and take a vow with this person and say, this is it. I know this is it, and I will walk this path with you. And so I put it in the song, and it was funny, I almost wasn't going to put it on the album, but I sent it to John Levine, and he said, oh my God, you have to warn me before you send me a song like that. And then he put this amazing arrangement to it, and it's just, I put it on the last song in the album. It's just a sweet little song.
It's beautiful, and I'll bet you her response to the vows was better than the ditto that I got from my wife when I did our wedding vows. She said ditto.
No, well, I did.
Awesome.
I sang to her, and then I looked at her and said, okay, your turn.
Okay, she might not have.
Slowly turned to the audience and went, really?
Very good. So, something we have in common.
Yeah,
very good. Well, look, I'm very fortunate to be sitting here with Melissa Etheridge. This is M.E., or me, as the case might be, on sale now, and touring all summer.
All summer long. Come see
schedule.
me. I'm all over the place. Check M.E., the Melissa Etheridge Information Network, MEIN. Online, melissaetheridge.com.
And if you're not part of the fan club yet, you should be. So join up.
Absolutely. Lots of fun stuff you get.
Awesome. Chris Heuer, Melissa Etheridge, live in the Vineyard.